Since the launch of Battlefield 6 beta and the beta weekend 2, there has been a shift, I believe, in sentiment and the way that this game is viewed and the hype, I think, surrounding it. Welcome in. If it's your first time here at B-Sparks Gaming, definitely consider following. Smash that like button and share this out. I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, let's get to some of the positives here. When it came to Battlefield 6, especially in the beta, sound design was really good. Sound design really stood out to me big time. But I will say explosions were extremely impactful as well as destruction, right? And speaking of the level of destruction, definitely beyond impressive. I thought it was a bit too much watching trailers and some gameplay, but diving into Battlefield 6, like for myself, changed my mind instantly. Graphics are really good, especially with so many things happening on the battlefield. The fact that this is a beta, you realize instantly just really how breathtaking the mountains are and things of that sort. I did get to dive into Battlefield 3 to experience that for myself. I wish they would have kind of stuck with that aesthetic. I think that Battlefield 3 in general, my buddy Blasphemy did mention, like, hey, I wish that they would just expand on Battlefield 3 and just give us like a remake. I definitely feel that. With Battlefield 6, it seems as if they are trying to gear this game towards Call of Duty, but we're not on negatives yet. But it is a great new addition, I think, starting off. Dragon Comrades is really awesome, so you don't have to have defibs if you're not trying to run the support class. Being able to actually drag your teammates is extremely helpful as you're playing this game. Another thing too I like about this game is it's not a hero shooter, so that's pretty legit. Playing a game like Delta Force or just a lot of these games that have come out in recent years, like there's always heroes involved. It's kind of like that. I mean, we'll see what happens, especially when the actual game rolls out and we start having microtransactions and stuff like that. But for now, it is nice that we have our 4 classes and but you really can't customize your actual player. So, I mean, that kind of sucks. I'm sure that's what skins are going to be for after we spend $70 on this game, or if you decide to. I think that's one of the stupid things with games coming out. Like, make it free to play and then charge us skins, not $70, $80 for these games, and then make us pay microtransactions on top of that. That's been a lot of fun. They do have Rush available in the beta, but close quarters in this game, it seems really close. Like, I don't know a better way to explain it. But yeah, before we get to the negatives, definitely consider following. If you're over on YouTube, subscribe, smash that like button. But I do think it's time that we do dive into some negatives here. The weapons just really don't have a crisp feel to them, especially after playing Battlefield 3 and hopping into that. I can see where people are coming from. It's kind of like you're playing airsoft, if that's what it would feel like to play airsoft. It seems like a little bit more recoil in the beta 2. I'm guessing me and my buddy Shield were playing yesterday, and that's one of the first things that he mentioned as well. So I think that's good. Running these weapons out in default and having almost no recoil, not very good. But yeah, I think it just lacks that military aesthetic. You have like these highlighted yellow holsters. It's just, I don't know. I don't know yet. It seems more something like you'd see on Instagram rather than on actual Battlefield. At first I thought shotguns maybe need to be nerfed, but the more that I've played it, I think that other weapons just simply need to be buffed up to match up against the shotguns. Especially once you get the slugs, like it's almost like your shotgun becomes a sniper rifle, and maybe they could just nerf the distance draw on shotguns. I think maybe even that would help level it out a little bit more. As far as the UI goes, I think the main menu UI needs to be revamped, and once again gives hella Call of Duty vibes. Makes you feel like the store is coming before the actual game. The character models, the dev stated that there won't be any Nicki Minaj like character models, but then at the same time they said that there'd be a more realistic military approach, right? But once again, I mentioned the holsters, zippers, stuff like that. It just has that free to play vibe to it. But yeah, we'll see when microtransactions comes out. But I feel it's best for you to experience it for yourself and cast your own judgment. But I wanted to bring an honest approach before we actually start hopping into some gameplay. There's definitely some glaring issues, and I'm not sure how they're going to fix them, especially in the time frame that they have. We're in this new beta now. I don't know if I see improvements. There wasn't any new weapons that I saw, but we did get a new map. Like I said, we do have Rush, so that's pretty cool. While this game may be great for a wider audience, that doesn't always mean that the game has staying power, right? Kind of too early to say for sure, but something's just kind of off. As of now, I do plan to buy this game and look forward to seeing where things go from here. But what are your thoughts so far on Battlefield 6 Beta? Would love to hear from you guys. Make sure you leave a comment below.